Cooperation versus competition. Which is better? Each of the two have their pros and cons. During this, I will be discussing the differences between the two. The definition of cooperation is the process of working together to achieve the same ends. Cooperating is a way for multiple people to mutually assist each other. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of cooperation. First, the pros. Number 1. Cooperating with people tends to increase self-esteem. 2. Cooperation teaches people social skills. And number 3, cooperation generally can increase cultural knowledge and sensitivity. And number 4, cooperating with others can also be a great way to make friends. And lastly, number 5, cooperating can teach people how to work in a team. Now that I've listed the pros of cooperation, how about we talk about some of the cons? Number 1, one of the biggest problems with cooperation is dependency. In a group of, let's say, for example, 4, 1 or 2 of them will do all the work while the other 2 will slack off. Number 2, team competition. This generally isn't a problem, but sometimes can be a problem. When a certain team doesn't win multiple times, they may give up or stop trying. 3, avoidance of failure. You see, if the rest of the group are more proficient in their subject or area of expertise, then some group members that aren't as proficient might not do anything just to not appear less proficient. 4, off-task behavior. When working in a big group, it's not unheard of to get off topic and get nothing accomplished. Different ideas between group members. Some group members may think they have a better idea than others, which may end up making them not get anything resolved and ultimately accomplish nothing. Now, for the other half of this discussion, competition. Now, the definition of competition is the act or condition of competing. Since that isn't the most clear definition, here's the definition for competing. Striving to gain or win something by defeating or establishing superiority over others who are likely to do the same. Competition can be a way for many people to show off their prowess and superiority in a certain skill or their preferred field. Also, competition can be a source of entertainment for others. Now, just like cooperation, we're going to do the pros and cons of competition. First, the pros. 1. Higher levels of productivity. Tough competition can tend to bring out productivity in many individuals to push them to come out on top. Produces efficiency. This goes hand in hand with productivity, because when someone is more productive, they generally are more efficient and work harder on their goal. Number 3, higher reward. When someone is more productive and more efficient, generally they'll come out on top in the long run. 4, learning from others. During competition, it can bring out ideas in others that may influence your own ideas. And in step 5, new ideas. Competition may also influence individuals to make new ideas and think outside the box. Competition may look very good. However, let's discuss the cons now. Number 1, stress. Unhealthy competition may lead to stress, which can increase an individual's unhealthy behaviors. For example, smoking, drinking, and violence. May lead to competitors to bring each other down. Competition can bring out the selfish side out of everyone, making them think themselves they're the protagonist, and this can lead to very ugly consequences. 3, team spirit dies. In the face of competition, most individual notions of team and group may be disregarded. Lack of trust. In an environment that harbors unhealthy competition, trust is always put into question. And lastly, number 5, poor self-esteem. Competition may lead others to develop low self-esteem if they are doing poor in the competition. To conclude this discussion on the topic of cooperation versus competition, there is no best choice. Both these subjects have their pros and cons, as we have discussed in this video. However, out of the two, there is middle ground for the both of them. It has been proven that cooperative competition is the better of both alternatives, and generally is the most appealing for both contestants and spectators. Let's look at video gaming. First off, let's look at Call of Duty. In this game, your team is pitted against another team to decide which team is superior. Losing to the other team isn't as degrading when you're on another team because you know your team also lost. For example, that cooperative competition is the better alternative. Let's consider another game, such as Monopoly. This game has been dubbed the friendship killer. Free-for-all competition where only one person wins.